Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be doing a vocabulary preview for our topic of rounding decimals to the thousandth place. So you will have this video in order to review these terms anytime you need them. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Our first term this afternoon is going to be value. We've talked about the difference between a number's place and its value, but you need to remember that the value is the result of a calculation. It's a number. So for example, the value of 4 in 432 is calculated by finding 4 times 100, because there are 4 hundreds in this number. For 4 times 100 equals 400. So the value of that 4 is 400, but its place is the hundreds place. Our next word we're going to look at is reasonable. When estimating and rounding, you're going to be asked what answer sounds the most reasonable, meaning they're asking you to look at something logically and say, if you were rounding this number, what sounds logical? Okay, so if it's a reasonable answer, it's appropriate or fair. Next, we're looking at the word round. So for example, round is making a number more simple but keeping its value close to what it was. So our example is 483 rounded to the nearest hundreds place is 500, which we'll talk about exactly what it means to round and how you do that this week, just in case you need the reminder. Our next term is about. When you see the word about, they may be asking about how many or about how many fewer. So it's asking you to round or to estimate. But always be on the lookout for those phrases that say about how many fewer, things like that. Finally, we have the word, or next we have the word estimate, which is to find something close to the right answer. When you're asked to round, they try and trip you up by saying the words about or asking you to estimate. If you see the words about or estimate in a problem, they're asking you to round the numbers, but they may not always tell you what place value to round to. So that's something we'll also be covering this week. Next, we're talking about also fractions, because you'll need to know how to round fractions according to a number line. So you need to remember the term numerator. Numerator is the top number in a fraction, and its partner is denominator. Denominator is the bottom number in a fraction. And then an example might be the fraction 3/4. Our numerator is the number 3, our denominator is the number 4. So anytime this week that you need some reminders about these vocabulary words, you can come back and watch this video at any point in time. Thank you so much. Have a good one.